Good morning, everyone. Myself, Ashu Sharma. Today, we will see conditional statement in Python. So let's start with the syntax. First, we will see if, else, and else if, how to use the syntax and run the script by using these conditional clauses. So let us we have this value a is equals to 11, and we put if clause over here. If as a keyword a is less than 10, so we put this colon over here and then print, suppose any that value of a is lesser than 10. So we have this statement, value of a is less than 10, and if this condition is true, then if clause will run, otherwise else clause will run. So we print a statement, value of a is greater than 10, is greater than 10. So as we all know that if and else, if we have only a single condition, we can use this if clause. But if we have to check this whether yes or no, then only we may go with this if and else. So either this or this. So that is that's the way that we use this simple syntax. Now save this script and run this first. So there is a syntax error, that is else part of this given is syntax error. One minute, we are just putting this like that. Now try to run this again. So value of a is greater than 10. So here is that spacing is also one concern while do we have this syntax, that whatever that conditional or any keyword that we are using in the program, we should have that alignment as per the body of that clause scope. That should be remembered. So if is starting from here and ending over here, and else starts from here and ending over here. So this has to be remembered. So because a is 11, so if is false and else part will execute, so the value of a is greater than 10. This is the way that we have this. Now we will see another example. Suppose that age is equals to 36, and we have another variable qualification. Suppose it is equals to any qualification, we may take UG, and then we have marital status. So marital status, and we have another that value, suppose single. So these are three variables, and we define this. Now we have a clause if age is less than 35, and is that operator we have qualification equal that you may have PG, and then after we have this marital status. So we put this marital status equals to married. This way, as we all know that end logical, so for run this particular clause, if clause all these conditions should be true, then only this if part will execute. So we put colon over here also, and then print, and in the print we have you qualify for suppose any country immigration. you qualify for, suppose, USA immigration, you use this. Any statement under that double quotes you may use. So next is after this if clause is over, then we have this else if part. So here we have a keyword elif, and we put this age, suppose, is greater than 35. Then obviously we have this printf, and suppose age bar test fail. So we have a statement age bar test fail. Uh, Very much syntax point of view, it is there, and you are aware about how this if and else if and all these sorts of keywords used in the programming. So another else if we may use, qualification, that is going to be suppose G, and put this colon over here, and print if you are underqualified. So this is this should be, you have to use print statement over here. So print you are underqualified. This way you just use all this if and else if. Now next is suppose you have another else if. So this, marital status is equal, suppose married, colon over here, and then print you have failed marital qualification, failed marital qualification, and at the end we have this else, print, and finally no value. So as we see this program, that we start with this as we already do with this concept that a is greater than 10, so else part was run. Now here we have age 36 and qualification UG and marital status single. So we have first condition if clause age is less than 35 and qualification PG and marital status married. So if all of these conditions true, then only this you qualify for USA immigration. Otherwise, control will shift towards this else if, and if age is greater than 35, age bar test fail. If this condition is false, then it will shift towards this else if. If qualification is UG, if it is false, then this control transfer towards this else if part, and if it is also failed, then it transfers towards else and print no value. So this is the way that control shifts from if to the else. And what are the keywords for if? We have as usual if, else if we use elif, and for else as usual else that we use. Now we run this script. Let us see what is the answer. So age bar test fail. It means when our condition checker over here, this age is less than 35, but age is 36. So this is the very first condition is going to be false. So that's why this clause will not run. And we move to this clause. 36 is greater than 35. That's why age bar test fail. This statement will run, and we will see this in the outcome. So age bar test fail. This is way that we use if, else if, and else in Python. Very simple concept, but we have to be manage with the syntax and semantics of this. Now next is the loops. Why do we require loops? As we all know, because of something which is in the repetition way in the program. So for that, rather than writing line of code again and again, we have to take that concept of loop, and under that loop we will try to write all those statements which are in repetition. Till then a condition is going to be true. So that is the basic concept that we generally use in loops. Now, as we see for loop and while loop, so nested loops also. So we will see how this for loop is going to be used in Python, as well as that while loop and some of these nested loop concepts. So let us start with the for loop syntax. So we have this for, suppose name in name is, you may say, that is the variable which is the counter variable, and then we have this square bracket, we put double quotes, and under this we have some certain values. Suppose these are the values we are taking: zo, Brad. Another value we may take is Ansel, Zuki, some other, any Sap, suppose France. So this is the way that we have taken this syntax of for loop, and finally we put this colon over here and come to this point, and then we have any certain that variable where we are going to use this concept of for loop and print in some statement form or string form. So we take, suppose, a variable invite, and we have this statement hi. Finally add this concatenation over here, that operator, and then name is a variable uh, which has these all the values one by one in the for loop. So we put this concatenation operator again, plus, and then then we have this double quotes, and any that string we are going to write here. Please come to my party on weekend. Please come to my party on weekend. So this is the way we put it this, and finally close this string. So now we have to print this invite. Let us see what will be the outcome of this. First we will use this invite. Now let us check this. First save is Control S and Shift Enter. So now see what this is that we have. What will be the value of that name variable inside that square bracket? All these one by one come from Zo to France. Let us see. Hi Zo dot please come to my party on weekend. And this is a similar way all these statements are going to be printed. So see, first it take Joe, Zo, Brad, Ansel, Suki, Sap, and France. This is that way. It just one by one these values, by with the help of this name variable in the for loop, it comes and print. So this is that we uh, use in general, that sequence and the syntax for the for. Now suppose we take another example. A is equals to, suppose we have A is equals to 100, and we take if A that modulus 2 equal 0. This is the way that print A is even, or else print A is odd number. So this is one that we have as per that concept of if and else. So let us be check for loop again. So we take L1 as a list, and this is the square bracket. We put 1, 2, 3, and 4 like that. And then we have a for loop, and in for I is a variable in L1, and then we simply print value, print to suppose multiply by 10 into I, and then we see what happened. Let us run the program. Now see what is exactly 10, 20, 30, 40. It is very simple that we use here, that we create a list, put it for value inside the list, then we have for as a keyword, which is playing role of loop. I is a variable, so in L1, so first value of I is 1, so 10 into 1, it runs that inside statement of the loop, so 10 into 1 is 10, then I value is 2, then 20, then 3, 10 into 3 30, and then 10 into 4 40. So this is the way that 10 20 30 40 is going to be come. So this is that brief example of how we use that for loop in Python. What exactly the basic syntax of for loop in Python. Now let us see, we will see the example of while loop. Let us see one variable count is equals to 1 and put while over here. While is a keyword and count less than equals to suppose 10. Here we have print. In the print we have printed one statement, hello India, and finally put increment over here with the count variable, count plus 1, and this is that we have. So firstly we take this count 1, count equals to 1, and then while condition, count is less than equals to 10, then hello India, and then count is going to be incremented by 1. So it will run till this condition is going to be true. Let us run this program. So here we have that given syntax is one of the thing is count, so we have to put this colon over here. This should be remembered that syntax are very important. These are basic concepts. So now run this program. So we see that print, okay, indentation error. So firstly we will put while over here and now check. Let us see. Now this comes hello India, hello India, hello India, hello India, and it appearing from 1 to 10. So let us see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So it starts from 1 and then it checks the condition 1 is less than 10, print hello India, and then this count will increment by 1, so it becomes 2. Again it check the condition and finally hello India, then again check the condition and check the condition. Finally once this while condition is failed, then it exit from the loop body. So this is the way that this while loop will come into the scenario in the Python. So these are the concepts that we must understand, that the basic of how to use these syntax in the program. Now suppose we have this, suppose we take the concepts of this, count the numbers between any of this range given and which are divisible by certain number. We see one example. So we start to take one list, make that list blank, then for suppose x in, you may take range. Range is also a keyword, and you have a range suppose in between 400 to suppose 1000. So this is the range that you have taken, and here that range is 400 to 1000, so it goes up to 400 to 999. So now if x modulus operation, we are taking x modulus suppose 5 is equal 0, this is the condition that we have taken, then we just append that list, lst append. We are using append operation over here and simply try to print this, print list first and then print that length of that given list. So let us see what happened with this script. So now see, print LST. So name length is not defined, so we have to take this len, because as we know that to find this we have to use length of that. Now shift enter. So this is that we have this outcome. This is a big outcome that we see over here. That is going to be append at every label. Append always performs modification in the list at the end of that. So values are continuously adding from the end of the list over here, like that. 615, 625, 625, 630, 635, like that. So it is continuously going to uh, adding that number, which is as per the satisfiable condition, uh, into the list at the end. And at the end we have this len, also len function we have used. So that length is 120. That is we have. So this is the way that we may use if, else, and else if clauses in the conditional statement. Then we see that how to use for, while in the condition, you can say in the loop statement in Python. So this is from this session. Thank you so much for being with us, and if you like these videos, then please subscribe my channel so that you may get that notification, and also press bell icon, and I will try to make this certain videos on Python and latest programming and frameworks day by day, so that you may get benefit from there, and your suggestions are also most welcome. So please subscribe my channel if you like these concepts, and I will try to uh, develop more videos on advanced concepts in coming future. Thank you.